Good morning everyone, welcome to a new Super 69 EV film. And today I just wanted to talk about why doesn't Apple just buy Lucid? And, excuse the glasses. While that may seem a bit wild, it isn't. Because over the past couple of weeks there's been coming out a lot of news reports where that state that Apple didn't abandon their car project Titan it's called, I believe, and they are still very much trying to build a car. And I believe that Apple thinks that level 5 autonomous driving is necessary to make it work, because obviously in good Apple tradition they want as little buttons in the car as possible, but the technology isn't as far, so such a car is impossible to build right now. On the other hand, if I've been watching the industry for the past like really good to the industry for the last 20 years, and in the past 20 years what I have learned, and others will confirm that, the hardest thing about starting a car company is getting to market. After that, after you sold the first couple of cars, then it gets really hard, and that's scaling. You have to build more cars and you get growing pains. Like we've all seen it with Tesla. When the Model 3 came out, Elon Musk declared it production hell. And I think he wasn't exaggerating. So, Apple is a consumer electronics factory. They manufacture. They work together with many factories. They are the best in supply chain in the world. They know all this stuff better than anyone else. Lucid has come to market, has arguably the best technology on the market right now. Their Lucid Air is truly stunning. It may lack some in the software department. That's something that Apple is also really good in. And it lacks a bit in marketing, which is Apple also really good in. And it lacks a bit in production strategy. Lucid is just too small to be a really good producer, and the Saudi Arabia royal family has invested in it. Aston Martin has invested in it. Those are brands and people that Apple can work together with. So you could say there's nothing holding them back from not participating in Lucid. I looked at the market cap yesterday, the Lucid's market cap. That's around $50 billion. Apple has a cash reserve that some people indicate is 50 billion. So Apple could just buy it outright, and they could make really big steps, because I think that a Lucid by Apple would sell like hotcakes. And if Apple works its magic on it, so they give it the good software, the better software even, and they make the user interface even better, and they start a smaller product that can compete with the Model 3 and the Model Y, to other products, I'm sure they're onto a winner. Like, I'm sure. And I think it will cost Apple more than the 15 billion that's the current market cap of Lucid. Of course, they have to pay a bit more for shareholders to part with their shares. But I think that would be Apple's shortcut to become a really good car manufacturer. And I think the people behind Lucid will be willing to partner up with Apple because their main goal isn't to be just a car manufacturer. They want to stick it to Elon Musk. They're all ex-Tesla, and they all want to one-up Elon Musk. So I think it could work really well. That being said, I think if Apple stretched a bit, they could buy Tesla, but then you get Elon Musk as a combi deal, and I don't think Tim Cook and Elon Musk will be a really good partnership. So I don't think that is even an option. And if you look at I'm sorry. If you look at other startups like Rivian and all the other smaller companies, those aren't interesting for Apple because they don't have the luxury brand that is Lucid, and they aren't in the top marketplace. Like Rivian, for instance, makes an SUV and a truck, and a truck isn't a very Apple-y product. So I think if I were Tim Cook, I would drop down to Lucid, invite them, have a talk, and make a deal happen. It could be swift. You could buy it in an instant. And of course, it still will take a couple of years to fully integrate it and to make everything work. But Apple has the money that Lucid kind of lacks. They could accelerate growth exponentially. I think as soon as Apple buys it, there are a lot of people that are now on the fence for a Lucid that will buy one. And I think because it's a luxury brand, they can sell cars at a premium. If you look, for example, look at a Polestar 2 or a BMW i4, those are more expensive than a Tesla Model 3, but they do sell really well. And why is that? That is because people like to have a luxury car experience instead of the normal car experience with a Tesla Model 3. BMW i4 and Polestar are quieter, they ride better, they're better equipped, they are more like a conventional car, and in the current market, I think that's a good offering that people are willing to pay for. Full disclosure, I own a bit of Lucid stock, so there are just a couple of shares, so it won't make me rich by any stretch of the imagination. But I think for the industry as a whole, it would be very good if Apple would would get to market, but that they would get to market while hitting the ground running. I don't think it will be beneficiary for Apple to build their own factory, build their own battery plant, start from scratch. I think that's just hard and it will take too long. And if they buy Lucid, they don't only buy a brand and a product, but they also buy a lot of experience in supply chain and after sales and software development and hardware development. So I think that would be the best way, and given the share prices of Lucid at what they are at the moment, I think now is the time to do it. So that's just a wild idea, but I think it's one to think about. And if I were Apple, I wouldn't even blink. I would sit them down, I would tell Lucid, hey guys, you've been hitting a rough patch for the last couple of years, stock price has been declining. They could snap it up so easily, even if they bought it for like double the price. If they would double the share price, it's now around $7. They would have it at $14, and no one would say no to that. So let me know what you think. What do you think? Should Apple just go ahead and build their own car on their own platform, in their own factory, with their own software and their own battery tech, but with like Foxconn and those kind of partners? Or do you think Apple would be better off just buying a car manufacturer and hitting the ground running? I'm very curious. This is an idea that's been with me for the past couple of days, weeks, maybe even, and it's just so obvious that this is a great choice for both Apple and Lucid. That I think Steve Jobs would have done it already, because he made bold moves, and I think Beats by Dr. Dre is a good example that Apple is willing to lay a lot of cash on the line to buy a strong brand with the right people behind it. So, let me know what you think. That's it from the studio. That is the BMW i3s. Thank you very much for watching all, and please subscribe. I hope you liked the video. I had a lot of fun making it, even though it's me rambling to my camera for 11 minutes, but this way I can keep uploading. So let me know what you think, please. It really helps me. Okay, bye.